Okay, I'm an adult. I can admit when I've made a mistake. I used the looming threat of tariffs on imported guitars to go ahead and finish my list. All of them. Every single one on my list. The ones that I wanted, I now have. And I can spend some time arranging and rearranging and making sure the neck angles are perfect and posing them for pictures. But I'm still an adult, right? I mean, I told you I'm an adult. Then why does this bother me? I mean, really bother me. After all, it's what I set out to do. It's what I set out to build. I didn't know that I was actually going to accomplish this goal. I didn't know that it was going to be something that was actually going to turn out to be quite a success. I mean, who knew? Well, I guess we all know now, because the Bisonic Vox is the ultimate office guitar. I used to say there were three main elements of the tone. There's the pickup, the position, and the processing. But I left out a crucial part of that puzzle. It's the player. And it's not the way you'd think. It's not the way I hold my hands compared to the way somebody else holds the hands. It's a lot about the mood of the player. What direction is the music going to go? What direction do I want to take it? What is the song going to say to me? All of these things influence the way that the play is going to run. And the Bisonic Vox gives me a lot of opportunities for play. For starters, the fact that the pickups are mini humbuckers doesn't make them as thick sounding as the regular humbuckers or as tinny as the single coils. It gives me a lot of options. The added pickup in the neck gives me a thicker sound, or I can put it in the middle position to pick up the clarity of the rear pickup, but still have that full sound of the front pickup. By controlling the volume, I can control, in a subtle way, the amount of distortion, as well as the amount of lean back it gives somebody who's listening to me play. And with a master tone knob, I can have a sweep of different sounds to add to the treble, to take away from the treble, to add to the bass, to take away from the bass, or to set it in the middle. It really is a very versatile guitar now that gives me a lot of possibilities. With the short scale of the guitar and the fact that I rolled the fretboard edges and I've cleaned up the frets, it also has a great deal of playability. I can throw it in a baritone ukulele case, which is good because the Vox cases are awful, and take it with me wherever I go. The Positive Grid Go fits right in the case with it, so I've got my full range of sounds with me wherever I am. And that brings me to perhaps the most important P of all, personality. When I handed this to a friend of mine who happens to be a player, he plunked around on it for a bit and then looked at me and talked about how lucky a young person would be to have this in their hands when they first start out. And I wanted to look at him and say, no, you're lucky to have it in your hands right now. So it brings out the personality of the player as well, which is one of the reasons it's the perfect office guitar. The variety of tones, the variety of personality, the variety of expression, it is the perfect office guitar. Or at least, it's the perfect office guitar if you're the one playing it. I'm pretty sure if you're one of the people in the offices next door, or upstairs, or downstairs, you may be experiencing a personality overload. So, you want more personality? Yeah.